share with you this book, The Power of Now. Open yourself to the transforming experience of the power of now. This book, it has really changed my life. I bought it 1 month ago, and after I went through it, it has really changed my life. It is the guide to the spiritual enlightenment. The power of now can transform your thinking, and the result, you will find the more joy right now when you read it from this book. In this book, I summarized into 7 lessons that I learned from the power of now that can change your entire life when you go through it through consultation. So I will, number 1 is enlightenment. Enlightenment means above thought, above thought. Because the ego is not the true self. It can only exist by growing the internal source, and it feeds only the past. Who you think you are based on the experience, the memory that you went through, etc., and the future. Who you think you want to be based on the belief of the perception that you draw from the internal influence. So long as you identify with your minds and the ego's self that it presents, it will remain the biggest obstacle to the enlightenment. But when you go through this book, The Power of Now, enlightenment means resting above. In your enlightened state, you will still use your mind. The difference is you can lay it aside and quit it your mind when you choose to it. You use your mind, but you are not enslaved to it. That is the power of now. When you go through it and understand resting above thought, this is where you will understand the power of thinking. Thank you very much. My name is Osambu Kwarar. So I want to share about this books. It's a very interesting book. So it's about the power of now. The power of now guide to the spiritual enlightenment. The power of now can transform your thinking. I want to talk to you today about the power of now. 7 instructions about the power of now. From the power of now that will change your life. I'm Osambu Kwarar. So let's proceed ahead. God bless you. Great joys be with you today. The power of now is the spiritual self-help to help us discovering our true being, release our pain, and find the deep inner peace when we are intensely present. And now we respond to deeply consciousness and the flow to his and join in the power of now. In the power of now, in so doing, we can better fulfill our whole purpose to achieve goals and seek to the great better world while fulfilling our purpose and truly change the world at the case. In this summary, we will outline the bio inside tip about mindfulness and the spiritual enlightenment. So I really appreciate this guy called Toll to share this book today. You know, we went through this book. It is very interesting, but we won't share it. The guy is called Toll. Sharing this the circumstance and the express leading to his enlightenment, like many others, he had suffering from anxiety and even suicidal depression for many years. Then when he was 29 years old, he had a personal empathize to which changed the course of his life. Only fully understand his transformation years later, and this book acts as a spiritual self-help guide to capture what he has discovered through his experience and years of spiritual study. The book is organized in a Q&A format to address common questions about the spiritual enlightenment. We have organized some Very much for taking this time. I want to share with you today about the power of now. There's a bending instruction from the power of now that will change your life. I bought this book 1 month ago. I read it. I went through it. It really changed my life. I recommend it to anybody that wants to change his life to go and buy this book. The power of now is a guide to the spiritual enlightenment. The power of now can transform your thinking. I want to talk to you today about the power of now. There's a bending instruction about the power of now that can change your life. God bless you. Great joy to be with you today. I'm your host, Jack Diengarkek Manyangri. Open yourself to the transforming the experience of the power of now. Power of now. I really appreciate the person who wrote this book, the teller. It really changed my life. I really appreciate him because without him, I cannot change my life. The 7 instructions that the teller tells us, number 1 is enlightenment. Enlightenment means raising above, because the ego is not your self-made. It can only exist by drawing on existing source. It feeds on the past, who you think you are, based on the past experience, memory that you went through. But when you bought this book, you buy it, you read it from the first page up to the last page. It is very simple. When you go through it, you will know the experience of the past that you went through and the future, who you think you want to be. Based on the belief, on the perception you draw from the internal opinion, so that as long you identify yourself with the mind, the self-ego that it presents, it will remain your biggest obstacle to the enlightenment. Enlightenment means raising above. In your enlightened state, you will use your mind. The difference is you can lay it aside and quit it your mind. When you use your mind, but you are not a slave to it. That is the meaning of enlightenment. Again, the vision of time and the power of now. In this book, in chapter 2, when you go through it, you will get the vision of now. Like now you go, the time is a concept created by the human mind to help us function in the practical world. The clock time is useful for the task like scheduling appointment and running the meeting, as long as you learn from the past and set the goal for the future. However, time, it is really the illusion. The time at the moment is simply now. Everything that ever happened or being created happening now, it is only the moment we are able to truly process. Yet, most of us are trapped in the illusion of time. We spend the value of our energy reminding the past and hoping for the better future in the process. We are observing of absent and now, the only real moment that we have. The worst is still we create the pain in the present, and we resist what is either through the judgment or the negative soul. In this book, The Guide for the Spiritual Enlightenment, you will get more about it. Thank you very much.